Well, Texas Governor Greg Abbott held an announcement on Monday saying that most of Texas, will be moving into phase two of reopening this week. What exactly does it mean? How does it impact you? And why are all Texas counties moving into phase two? Hey, everyone. I'm Chad Easty, host of the Chad Easty Show, which airs weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. Starting immediately, Texas moving into phase two. That means now massage establishments and others licensed under Chapter 455 of the Texas Occupational Code may operate, but must maintain at least 6 feet of social distancing. I assume that means the customers have to maintain 6 feet of social distancing. It's a little bit hard for the client and the massage therapist to maintain 6 feet of social distancing. Otherwise, that'd be a terrible massage. I mean, really, that'd be awful. But no, massage therapists, they're back. Also, tattoo studios, piercing studios, and more can reopen. Your personal care services can reopen immediately, except for in Deaf Smith, El Paso, Moore, Potter, and Randall counties, where the governor said those are hot spots right now. What they're dealing with in the Texas Panhandle, in case you haven't been paying attention, a major outbreak of coronavirus at the meatpacking plants in the Texas Panhandle. That's being reflected in Amarillo's numbers. So Amarillo and the surrounding areas cannot actually move into phase two until Friday, May 29th. Beginning Friday, May 29th, Amarillo, with the Amarillo area, they can move into phase two reopening. El Paso, the governor says in El Paso, they're dealing with not necessarily a shortage of hospital beds, but the number's too low on available hospital beds in Amarillo. So the governor holding off right now for those folks in in El Paso. They're going to have to wait a week as well to get into phase two of reopening. Child care services are back open for most Texas counties in the great state of Texas. Youth camps, other than youth camps, but you do have child care services. That includes YMCA after school programs, also the Boys and Girls Club programs. They can begin to reopen as well. Beginning Friday, May 22nd, this Friday, this is when you see a lot of other things really start to move here. Dine-in restaurants will be at 50% occupancy. This is what a lot of restaurants who have opened up and a lot of restaurants who have not opened up yet, this is what they've been waiting for. 50% occupancy beginning this Friday at Texas restaurants, again, except in El Paso County, Deaf Smith, Moore, Potter, and Randall counties. They're going to have to wait for a little bit. Bars and other similar establishments like wineries and breweries can reopen as well beginning on Friday, but only at a 25% capacity. They're going to be delayed on what their timeline is compared to restaurants. Bowling alleys, bingo halls, simulcast racing, and skating rinks can all open at 25% capacity beginning on Friday. Rodeos and equestrian events at 25% capacity, but that does not allow for county fairs or for large social gatherings. And drive-in concerts. Who doesn't want a drive-in concert these days? They'll be able to go as long as everybody remains in their own vehicle, which when you want to go to a drive-in concert, remaining in your own vehicle, that is something key that a lot of people want to do. Amateur sporting events will be allowed as well beginning on May 22nd. So, yeah, a lot of things here. Let's see here. Starting Friday, May 29th, this is for all Texas counties. Outdoor areas of zoos may operate at 25% capacity. Starting Sunday, May 31st, for all Texas counties, certain professional sporting events with no spectators physically present on the premises and as approved by DSHS. That includes Major League Baseball. That does include NASCAR. That does include football. Little League is going to be back on as well. Youth summer camps and youth camps, including both daytime and overnight, can start back up on May 31st in all Texas counties. And youth sports programs may begin practices, but games and competitions may not begin until June 15th. So you've got a lot there to digest, a lot is starting to get going here in the state of Texas. The governor says, listen, if we see any spikes like we've seen in the Texas Panhandle, we're going to send in a strike team. We're going to do our best to get the situation under control. This is, I think for bars and, these wineries out there, the 25% capacity still, to me, makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I think they should be open just like the restaurants are. I think you're going to see retail open up at about 50% as well. And it's just going to get more confidence out there in the economy, get more confidence out there among Texans to get out and do things as we continue to see better and better numbers, not only here in Lubbock, but in different parts of the state. Yes, testing is going up. That means you'll continue to see people who get COVID-19, but the hospitalizations are not bad. In fact, remember, I went over a story today from the Washington Post that said there are so many tests out there aren't enough people taking those tests right now. So, again, Texans, it's time to get out. It's time to go out and make this economy start humming along again. It's still going to take some time for restaurants. It's still going to take some time for retail. But when you can do business, get out and do business. And let's make sure that as many local businesses as possible are taken care of and are operating and will make it through this crisis. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show on Tuesday. We're going to go all through this. What's good, what's bad, what people like, what they do not like, and why the governor maybe waited a little bit too long, in my opinion, on some of these categories. We'll also visit with the Attorney General for the great state of Texas, Ken Paxton, on the Tuesday edition of the Chad Hasty Show. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back with you tomorrow.